First of all, let me ask you, how many of you guys know what a podiatrist is? Oh, that's impressive. That's very impressive. So not only the only podiatrist on this tour, but the first podiatrist that the tour has invited. So I'm so glad to tell you guys about what I do. I wear two titles. I wear doctor, but I also wear lieutenant commander. I'm an active duty Navy doctor, and it so pleases me to see the Army here, as well as if we have any Air Force or Marine personnel that's with us today. So let me drop a few names really fast. Foot doctor, foot and ankle doctor, podiatric physician, podiatric surgeon, foot and ankle physician. All those things cover the gamut of what a podiatrist is. Podiatry school, we didn't have a segue slide that told anything about podiatry school really, but a podiatrist is a physician. They spend 4 years in school as well. The first 2 years is dedicated to the same curriculum that an allopathic or osteopathic student would experience. However, the podiatry students focus a little bit more on lower extremity. We'll get into that as we continue to progress through the sessions today, and like I said, I can't wait to tell you guys a lot about what I do and what the profession does. But what's the process like? There are 9 podiatry schools in the entire United States. It's only 9. We use a centralized application service. The American Colleges of Podiatric Medical Application Service is our entity, and they start the application process in August of each year. So what does a student do? They select the school, they submit their application fees, and when they do that, they go ahead and send the official transcripts as well as the standardized scores. Now, the standardized tests are the same. We take the MCAT, and there are 2 podiatry schools that actually take the dental admission test. After the standardized test and the official scores are received, we go ahead and send your application out. We don't hold your application. So if you get your letters of recommendation, and usually it's about 3 of those recommendations, if you get your letters of recommendations later, we'll just incorporate those with it. But for us, one of those letters of recommendation has to be from an active podiatry or podiatric surgeon or a podiatrist that's currently practicing. So the cycle starts August the 1st. The cycle usually closes on June 30th. And as you said, the early bird does get the worm. Priority admissions are given to any of the applications that are submitted before April the 1st. Now, what's our processing fee? $160. And this includes you selecting one podiatry school. I said, how many podiatry schools do we have? 9, absolutely. For each podiatry school that you like to apply to, $35 is our additional fee. So let's say you send all of your information in, and you say, I heard that Temple School, I went to Temple, I heard that Temple School is a great podiatry school, and you want to send or choose that as one more school. If you've already submitted your application packet, then it's an additional $50 if you want to select another school. You can pay this online, and I think most of us are pretty savvy with the processes of doing that. So selecting the school, whether it's allopathic school, osteopathic school, podiatry school, dental school, I think it's so important that when you start looking at your choices, that you make sure that what you have in mind for your career, it aligns with the mission and the vision of the school. Now, we all see mission and vision statements all the time, and it looks like a bunch of gibberish. But take a glance at it and make sure that it aligns with some of the things you feel like you want to accomplish. Now, for me, when I select a school, or selected my school, location was so important. You know, if I don't like cold weather, I'm not going to Detroit, Michigan. No offense to the Detroit people on the tour. So take those things in consideration. Where's it located? Is it close to my family? Would I have a support system if I needed to get away for the weekend? Patient population, campus environment, are there outlets for you to take advantage of when you need a study break? What's the cost? What are the requirements academically? And look at the faculty and the support staff. When you walk in the door, what's the first thing that we all did to you when you walked in the door this morning? We said hello, we greeted you. Things like that when you go to college campuses, it makes you get those warm fuzzies inside. You feel like you're at home or you're around people that'll take good care of you. Absolutely, those are the things that you're looking for. Here are a few resources that we've listed for you. We'll have more information. I'm not going to beat this slide to death, but we'll hit on these points throughout the morning. I have such a non-traditional career. There's nothing about me that is traditional. And I think my story went something like, I was a high school teacher. That is true. I was a high school teacher, and one of the things that I had to do as a high school teacher, I taught at a high school that was specific for students who were interested in health career programs. During the summertime, I had to go and shadow all the physicians and make sure that their curriculum was lined up. I traveled a podiatrist, and I loved it. I fell in love with the opportunity to make this profession as laid back or as aggressive as I desired. I also love the fact that when I started podiatry school to the end of my residency, I was focused on being the best foot and ankle surgeon that I could be. Now, there was a whole bunch of other stuff in between there, but that's something how my story went. How do you develop your story? You start focusing on your life experiences. What have you done that separates you from the next person? What makes you so unique? What are those characteristics that your friends really like about you? What are some of the summer experiences that you've had? Whatever they are, show a little bit of passion and definitely some motivation in those statements. And finally, when you feel like you have that statement all put on paper, and sometimes the statements are very personal, choose somebody that you trust and let them review it. Let them not only review it for grammatics and eras, but let them review it, and a lot of times they'll learn a little bit more about you than what you anticipated. Okay, so we're going to take as an example. I am a person that is reading a personal statement. I'm looking to let this person into my medical school. And this is the statement that I get from a student. I've been asked many times why I wish to become a physician. Upon considerable reflection, the thought of processing the ability to help others provides me with a tremendous internal gratification and offers the feeling that my life's efforts have been focused in a positive direction. Becoming a physician is a culmination of a lifelong dream, and I'm prepared to dedicate myself, as I have in the past, to achieving this goal. Boy, did that tell me anything about that person? No. It read very well. I know that they're smart. I know that they understand grammatics and sentence development, but did I learn anything about that person?
No, doctor.
Oh. Where did that come from? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Now, that was the first application that I got. This is the one that came behind it from the student. Becoming a physician is a goal aspired to by many. As a farmer's son, I have wakened early and returned home late from the fields after long days with my father. I have been able to experience uncertainties, challenges, and plain old hard work similar to that faced by physicians. But like the doctors in the hospital and Dr. Smith in his lab, I can find happiness and satisfaction in helping people through medicine. Despite all the hardships doctors face, I want to help people every day. Practicing medicine is something worth stress and long hours. I finally understand my father. I now know how he can wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and drive his dirty green tractor until 7 p.m. Now, I feel like after I read that second essay, or second personal statement, I got a little bit of information about that student. I know that they get it. I know that they understand the hard work, and I know when they come to this medical school that they're going to do the best that they can be, because not only do they have something to prove to themselves, but also to the father who drives the dirty old green tractor, right? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.